as if attempting to expunge that inexplicable motion from his chest.
1939年11月20日、大ドイツ帝国総統兼首相アドルフ・ヒトラーの演説中に起こった謎の爆破テロ事件。この全欧州を揺るがせた出来事が私と彼をここに引き合わすこととなる。
I'm pretty sure we knew about that already.
有史以来初の世界大戦に敗北したドイツ帝国。貧困と絶望にあえぐこの国は新たに出現したカリスマ的指導者によって不死鳥のごとく復活し、再び世界に覇を唱えんと近隣諸国への侵攻を開始した。ゆえここに前回のそれをはるか上回るであろう最大かつ最高の、そして願わくは最後であってほしいと皆が望む第二の大戦。その幕が今静かに上がろうとしているのである。
つまり総統閣下の暗殺自体は無事と申しますか、当然のごとく未遂に終わり事なきを得たわけですが、肝心の犯人を特定し検挙することが遅々として進まず、それと申しますのも
心当たりがありすぎてわからぬということだろう。仕方あるまい。閣下を恣意し奉らんとする者など運河のごとくだ。文字通り売るほどいよう。
Reinhard interrupted his hesitance warning with a fierce glare as they reached their destination, its corridors littered with barred cells. He could tell what the colonel meant to imply, and he loathed to waste any more time listening to matters with an already settled elsewhere. This establishment, prepared for political prisoners, was in truth little different from a slaughterhouse. The stench of rusted bars, blood, and death lingered in the stagnant air, and that was hardly a surprise. Only about 10% of the offenders brought in could leave the place alive. Such were the prospects of the one apprehended by the Gestapo. Past offenses did not matter. Short of a select few exceptional circumstances, they would merely cook up a charge of their own, and proceed to execute the hapless convict before they realized what was happening.
確かにおっしゃる通りなのでありますが、だからといって我々帝都の万兵たる者がいつまでも手をこまねいているなど恥にしかならず。
言い訳は良いたい。それで閣下の中心であり帝都の万兵であるケイラはこの奥にいる者を捕らえたというわけだな。
さようであります、中将殿。
This was not an unprecedented approach. Provided the true culprit remained beyond reach, a scapegoat would be needed. One whose blood would oil the grinding gears running society.
まあそれは大義だ。事の真偽はともかくとして、ケイラの努力はあながち無意にも終わるまい。
Reinhard could decide both the scene and the degree of the punishment. That was right within the limits of his current authority. As such, he would simply do it again in this case, for it might seem like the excuse of a colorless bigot being in the wrong place at the wrong time was just as grave a sin as any other in the present state of society. It must have been terrible, for people at least. For people that did not do anything really. The weak had ways to protect themselves. The past deeds of the current culprit failed to guarantee his innocence, and that was more than enough to put him to death. Reinhard condemned the ineptitude of a man he had yet to meet.
と申されますと。
名は何と言ったかな。
And it is going to be released now, revealed actually. The pitiable failure of a man.
カール・エルンスト・クラフト。スイスのバーゼルに生まれ、現地の大学を卒業後、帝都に流れてきたというのが本人の証言であります。これにつきましては特に問題なく、偽証ではないとの確認も取れましたが。
なんだ。
Reinhard narrowed his eyes at his subordinate's reluctance. The man's behavior did not seem to be instigated by fear, rather his eyes betrayed a certain kind of distaste, perhaps aversion, as if his body itself resisted uttering the name of the captive.
何と申しますか、この男、いささか卑怯な分野に傾倒しているようでありまして、実際奮発者ではありますが、そう、交換では彼とその技を指して。
先生術による未来予知。魔術師か。
In short, a small-time swindler, adept only at exploiting the ignorance and anxiety of the masses.
さようであります。もちろんそのようなまやかし、くだらぬざれ言に過ぎぬとわきまえておりますが、事実として相当閣下の危機をかの男が事前に言い当てていたということを鑑みれば無視もできず。
No one was naive enough to believe his prediction to be the proof of genuine sorcery at work. Supernatural powers were the territory of madmen and lunatics. A far simpler and believable explanation would always present itself.
そのカール・クラフトとやらが閣下暗殺の手引きないし絵図を描いた張本人ではないかと当たりをつけたか。
Queer behavior that beget mistrust. That man had stepped over the line of the state's protection. What a fool, he dug a hole for himself and would now learn what it meant to play a sage the hard way.
ご苦労。K は優秀だたい。くだらぬ流言、迷信に惑わされず、現実的かつ文明的な判断能力を有している。相当閣下に代わりことほぼ。K のような人材こそが帝国の宝だな。
ありがたくあります。
I'm also pretty sure we've heard that conversation before.
よろしい。
In a side story.
では戻りたまえ。
I mean, extra
魔術
story.
師とやら、会うのは私一人で構わん。
は？ですがそれは。
He could not possibly leave a senior officer alone with a madman. Reinhard glanced at his hesitant subordinate. One only needed the slightest push to make others go silent. The many years he had spent in this line of work taught him that much.
何か問題があるかね、タイ。檻を隔てて向かい合い、いくつか取り調べをするだけのこと。しかも相手はただの詐欺師。せいぜいがテロリストというところだろう。キコや画廊、獅子の部屋に丸腰で入るというわけではない。
The man further down was no wild beast. This was a ridiculous farce, and neither of them needed to waste more time than necessary on such a trivial matter.
分かったならば戻りたまえ。心配はいらぬ。
了解いたしました、中将殿。
ああ。追って指示する。それまでしばし休むがいい。
Should I consider this an order as well? Well, I'm not going to listen to it right now. Reinhard watched with indifference as the other proceeded to leave. An exceedingly dutiful man, that notion exhausted the extent of his sentiment towards him.
ではさて。
It was time to take care of the situation in that cell. He proceeded down the corridor's hallway. He was but a few steps away from the rusted iron bar separating him from the man inside. A momentary lightheadedness assaulted him. He felt as he had passed through this corridor before. Again, that feeling of unreality. God damn it, we've been through here. Paying no heed to the odd sensation. I'm kind of curious. Oh, okay. So maybe it is a little bit different compared to the side story. Paying no heed to the odd sensation akin to discontinuous intoxication, he finally reached the cell. A shade of silhouette sat inside in utter serenity with an almost mocking smirk on its lips. Reinhard's third impression was that of a withered tree, then a mirage. Okay, I'm pretty sure it's the same freaking wording as in that extra story. Vague, uncertain, he could not help narrowing his eyes at the old man who, despite most certainly being here, seemed almost like a projection from somewhere afar. His very existence was thin, as if it had withered and shriveled up. He resembled an old man who had achieved everything he could ever want in life. Reinhard could not feel even a hint of vitality or hope from him. His obsidian eyes seemed to have been frozen in a state of eternal decay, like a pair of horrible yet lifeless gates. Gazing into his eyes felt like looking at a dead fish, or rather, a sea creature that somehow survived being pulled out of the unknown depths. A fish that should have only been able to live in a complete darkness, yet by some mistake learned how to breathe oxygen and found itself fully out of place. And so it remained unable to accomplish its only desire, to die and vanish for good. It yearned to return to the water, yet all it could do was meaninglessly hop up and down the ground. It craved succor, a being that seemed a condensation of its reliance on others, a human trait Reinhard despised. As such, he could declare one thing with absolute conviction. There was no way this man could have plotted to kill the Führer. It had no feelings or aspirations to begin with. He would find no meaning in an assassination. He would not care if the whole country turned upside down on the morrow. A random piece of nonsense he uttered happened to accidentally coincide with the truth. That was all. At that point, the possibility of that man being the culprit had completely vanished from Reinhard's mind. A withered tree had no aspirations. It could only wish to eventually become fodder for the flowers. And that fact, for some inexplicable reason, filled him with disappointment. Reinhard, despite his inability to feel empathy or emotions, seems to have been expecting something from this man without realizing it. Ridiculous. He directed his gaze back to the vague shadow. Its petty glass eyes answered him with a hint of curiosity.
K が噂の大逆者か。とてもそうは見えぬな。私は
ラインハルト・トリスタン・オイゲン・ハイドリヒ中将、秘密国家警察ゲシュタポ長官、大ドイツ帝国にその名も高き貴公子にして、裏では首切り役人ともあだ名される国大使殿。お目にかかれて光栄だ。私はカール・エルンスト・クラフト。詐欺師であり、せいぜいがテロリスト。魔術師などといううろんな評価より、そちらの方が近いといえば近い。
なるほど。
The man interrupted him, finally showing some life in his bearing. With that, Reinhard had to up his impression of him a little. It had been a long time since someone got ahead of him. That voice certainly sounded fit for lies and deceit, and indeed gave the impression of insensitivity to pain. Regardless of how much malice had been directed at him, that smile of his would most likely never waver.
なかなか興味深い人物ではあるようだ。この国で私の前に引き出され、そのように笑える男などそういない。
He had courage, at least, for all the good it did him.
それで K、単刀直入に言うが、
For if he hoped to survive, that previous tirade was a very blunder. It was hardly the attitude one ought to assume in front of the head of the Gestapo.
私の職務は国家に害なす者どもを処罰することが本分だ。詐欺師でありテロリストなどと自称する輩ならば、首切り役人というKに言わせればうろんな二つな通りの真似をせねばならん。
ほう。つまりあなたはその名を特に誇っていないと。
さて、どうだかな。しかし、職務に私情など持たず、挟まず、いやそもそも、そういった感情が従前に働かないからこそ、このような立場にあるとも言える。
His words had no colors. His breast had not known heat even once in his life. As such, there was no one more fitting to meet out in personal punishment. He judged everyone equally, leaning towards either of the extremes, mixing no hint of emotion to his decisions.
と、K は我が本文の遂行対象になるような存在か？
The swindler smiled, not minding Reinhard's piercing gaze in the slightest.
遺憾ながら否定はできぬ身。 ですが、相当閣下の刺逆、未遂に関与したか否かと申さば、是というわけにはいきませんな。私は何もしていない。
A meaningless statement, if Reinhard had ever heard one. He had long since grown tired of those accused pleading innocence and knew exactly how to deal with them.
皆最初はそう言う。
では、拷問でもしますかな。
してもいいが、無理であろうな。その労力は。
The man understood the situation as well as Reinhard. His smirk stood as proof of that. Hiding the truth had no meaning in this place.
私はな、どちらでも良いのだよ。事の真偽が是であれ非であれ、人は死ぬべき時に死んでいく。他者から殺意を抱かれるに足る人生を歩んだ者が、日常において命を危うくするのは自明だろう。今回の騒ぎがKの手によるものかどうかなど問題ではない。殺されやすい人間が殺されかけた。ただそれだけのくだらん事実だ。
ならば私がここで何を言おうと意味などないとあなたはおっしゃる？
言ったであろう。非常に殺されやすい御人なのだ、あの方は。
It didn't end with eternal and external politics foes. His very existence gave birth to terrorist Amantes. Entire countries wished for his demise. There would be little meaning to a Gestapo that preoccupied itself with the truth.
故に、K が無実の罪で処刑されたからといって、いわゆる真犯人というものを逃した危険。今後それにかかずらう手間などは大海の一滴だ。問題にもならん。千の敵からたった一人を消せるか消せぬか。そんなさじに肯定するほど、私は暇でも酔狂でもない。疑わしきは罰せ。陳腐ですまぬが、このゲシュタポはそういう条理で成り立っている。
His life had been worth that little. Yet the man still betrayed not a hint of fear. He merely observed Reinhard with faintly veiled interest. Was he evaluating him? Not quite. That gaze was hardly so simple, it appeared to pierce far deeper. It reminded Reinhard of the eyes of a scientist. The look of someone scrutinizing a phenomenon through a microscope to the slightest detail, like those white coats working day and night on chemical weapons. Did this man still think he could get out of this life? He even cocked his head with an irony smile.
なるほど。あなたはまさしく噂通りのお方らしい。が、一つだけよろしいか。
許そう。何かな？
私をここから外に出して何をさせようと考えている。
Reinhard was rendered speechless for a few moments. It did not sound like a thing a man sentenced death should ever dare to utter to his would-be executioner, but above all.
これはまた、異なことを言う男だな。K は私の話を聞いていたか？
もちろん。無駄を厭うあなたが、真偽に関係なく処刑されるのみであった詐欺師風情のもとに訪れ、浜津さえ死にたいかなどと問いを投げる。先ほどのお話を逆説的に考えれば、たとえ真犯人を釈放することになっても構わぬと、そうおっしゃっていたように聞こえるが。さて、これは私の読み違いなのですかな、首切り役人殿。
The two men regarded each other in silence. This thing indeed seemed like a magician. Or at least that is how this shrewd and silver-tongued swindler should have been called. He allowed none of his own faults to show, meanwhile choosing to sully with every other word Reinhard uttered. A queer and aberrant fellow, yet far from the realm of ineptitude.
面白い。 どうやら想像以上に切れるようだ。いや、今のはこちらの程度が低かったというだけの話かな。認めよう。K の言う通りだ、魔術師殿。ただあえて訂正するなら、私がどうこうしようと考えているのではない。
Reinhard held up the papers he had brought in earlier, displaying them for the prisoner to see. Penned on it had been a most legal scam, a mere prolongation of senior officer games.
取引だ。ここで死ぬか、傀儡として命をつなぐか。どちらもまあ、結果的には大して変わらん。
He would lose his free will either way. If he agreed, every single action in his life would then belong to another.
これは宣伝書プロパガンダというやつですか？
宰相殿はこの手のことに抜け目がなくてな。吐いて捨てるほどいる敵の一人二人を特定するより、それほどまでに狙われている総統閣下が今回生き残ったという事実のみを利用する気だ。つまり K の戦術による予言でな。
To imbue the safety of the Führer with the supernatural.
書世記ノストラダムス。どうやら帝都のご婦人方は今こういったものに興味を示しているらしい。そして世論などというものは先日詰めるところ女子供だ。我々は勝つ。総統閣下は不死身である。先の大戦における敗北を払拭し、戦意を鼓舞するためにノストラダムスが必要だと。まあかいつまんで言えばそんなところだ。
He opened the cell doors without waiting for an answer. Life or death, whatever his choice, he would have to leave. His posture made it quite evident that he posed no physical threat, and not even an athlete could flee this place. Reinhard himself could subdue him. He had yet to allow a single man to escape.
さて、どうするね、魔術師殿。鍵は開けたし、枷もない。このまま檻から出るというなら死は免れるが、それは同時に意志を奪われ、軍の犬になるということ。言ったように、私はどちらでも構わない。ここで殺してやった方が、あるいは慈悲とも考えたゆえ、公正を期して選択の場を与えたわけだが。
A statement smeared in near ironic hypocrisy. His whole existence was far removed from the very concept of fairness. Whatever the man's choice, he would be subjugated by Reinhardt's authority. Death of the body or death of the mind, a choice only the devil would bestow upon man, and to Reinhardt it came as second nature. Even his ability to feel objection had long since withered. No longer could the word light a spark in his breast. Everything he did would be part of a bleak routine, including his very moment of waiting for the prisoner to make his choice.
あなたはなぜそのような満たされぬ目をしておられるのか。
His words spoke not of his choice, instead voicing question. The prisoner regarded Reinhard with the eyes of a curious child.
何？
It was as if the man's words had pricked something in Reinhardt's heart. His nature, the furtive puddle of his frustration. He did not know, he could not, he felt nothing of the sort. He narrowed his eyes, unable to find the words to address the other man with. Harcraft, observing Reinhardt's momentary confusion, made an exaggerated gesture of mock consternation. He cast his gaze downward, resembling an actor in the scene of a great tragedy, as if deeply tormented by something. A display that precipitated anger and irritation rather than empathy. Yet the other man's obscene eyes of the deep sea still pierced Reinhardt with absolute sincerity.
ゲッベルス教の決定すら場合によっては覆す。いや、それだけではない。ゲシュタポの長であるあなたがその気になれば、総統閣下ご本人すら容易に追い込み、破滅させることができるだろう。 その若さでそれだけの地位と権力、才気を有し、世界に覇を唱える帝国の暗部を掌握した国太子。男子たらば皆があなたのようになりたかろう。ドクロを背負った貴公子殿は、しかしなぜかつまらぬ遊びに落胆した幼子のように鬱屈しているご様子だ。
To say the magician's words did not surprise him would have been a lie. Not because the swindler had read his heart like a book, but rather due to his ability to impeccably name and define that inexplicable sensation whose nature not even Reinhard could assess.
気になる。あなたは興味深い。
He finally stood up and left the cell, but would not cease talking. His voice rang dispassionately, yet ardent at the same time, sudden but absolute, like a poet reciting a verse to the heavens. The swindler sang, as if slowly transformed into some unfathomable creature from another world, shedding the skin of man like a crude cloak.
その渇き、飢餓の心、どこから来てどこへ行く。
Nonsense, yet any sort of reputation would turn into poison at the tip of his tongue, sinking down to his soul, rather than flying out into the open.
あなたは何を求めて惑っている。
A blunt question followed by a hyena-like smirk.
聞いているのは私の方だったはずだがな。
He had no obligation to answer the madman.
それにそもそも、K の命は。
The old sensation returned the moment his thoughts drifted to his duties, accompanied by an onset of dizziness.
待て。
Noise. 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 The curious noise devouring his consciousness would refuse to subside.
待て。なんだこれは。
His worn-out memories flashed through his mind, detailing the continuation of the conversation the one had yet to have. Tiresome communion, uninspired conversation, a feeling of repulsion bordering on physical pain. Everything flashed through his mind. He remembered all manner of information flashed through his mind in limitless droves. Without ever kissing, he begged for it to stop. An outcome to exceed all eccentricities and delusions. Only the wickedly smiling silhouette of the swindler remained etched into his vision. Reinhard could tell he was laughing.
おやおや、いかがいたしましたかな、中将殿。お顔の色が優れぬようですが、寝所で横にでもなられた方が良いのでは。黄金比とも言うべき冷房が歪んでしまっているではないですか。美の損失だ。世の婦女たちが嘆きましょ
う。いらぬ世話だ。口をつぐむがいい。
ならばぜひ先の問いに答えてはもらえまいか。あなたの選択、あなたの価値観、それがどのような形なのか、私は興味が尽きぬのですよ。何よりも知りたい、聞きたい、胸に留めておきたいのだ。あなたと私の懐かしい語らいなのだから。
何
The madman seemed to affirm the very aberration currently consuming Reinhard's mind. A past he couldn't have possibly known emerged once again in his consciousness with renewed vigor. Reinhard found himself utterly without an explanation. No soul could possess knowledge of such things.
K は
And even the words that abruptly escaped his lips were in complete concord with the bizarre sensation.
古代妄想郷だ。さぞかし世の中が楽しかろうよ。
Yeah, that had been exactly what he said. Pictures and scenes flashed through his mind like a fast-forwarding movie. The unpleasant, sickening feeling refused to subside. A scene he knew nothing about, the aberration of remembering the present as it unfolded before his eyes. If there was one word to describe that sensation, it would be foreknowledge. The volume of his knowledge increased exponentially. Yet the actual amount never truly changed, for indeed he was merely remembering, not learning new things. The trace of emotions and sensations that still lingered in his soul had now been completely exposed. A sensation that grew only worse in the presence of the accused trickster.
ほう、では覚えていないと。私たちの語らいを、出会いを。私はあなたと出会い思い出したのですが、そちらには覚えがないと。
しかりだ、くだらん。
Reinhard flatly denied the other's nonsensical remark. He had no obligation to go along with mad delusions. An aberrant sensation might have inexplicably assaulted him there for a moment, but that was certainly not enough to reaffirm the madness on the man's lips.
古代妄想郷と言っただろう。K の感想はそれのみだ。語るべき自慢や自伝など、それこそこちらにはかけらもない。
He's not speaking about the past, though. Also, this is a bit different after all.
期待だと。的外れだ道化師。私はな、そう大した男ではない。
The furtive pull of resignation remained ever stagnant in his mind. Reinhard harbored no ardent desires, nor any grand ideals to boast of. It was only the surrounding rabble that, in their envy, projected onto him some inexplicable dignity or glory. Medals that hardly served a purpose other than decorating the room, endless praise that amounted to little more than hollow lip service. No applause or cheers had ever moved his heart out in his entire life. He did not grow tired, he was unfeeling to begin with. His senses were merely dull, both to happiness and pain. If anything, to label such things as wonderful and to be envied seemed like madness in itself.
昔から加減というものができんのだ。故に、何であれ真摯に取り組み、結果としていつの間にか今の地位についていただけ。まるで止まることのない車と同じだ。性能がどうであれ、休まず走り続けていれば、世界の一周や二周は誰でも回れる。K が私に何を感じているかは預かり知らぬが、つまるところ、ラインハルト・ハイドリヒなどそんなものだ。娯楽が欲しければ、他に面白いものは5万と言いよう。そちらに行け。
And he could have all the fun in the world with them. A mind ruled by madness likely translated all sensations into amusement, and attempts at insulting or rejecting would fall on deaf ears, no doubt.
では、私の買いかぶりだと？
他に何がある？好みは不老でなければ不死でもない。処女の腹へ宿っていたわけでも、天から降りた御使いでもない。どこまで行こうと、ただ一回の人間に過ぎ。
He was not born with the burden of duty, no revelations graced his mind. He survived by doing what he was told, much like everyone else, disregarding the scale at the amount. Reinhard had only ever done a single utterly basic job. There was not a single shred of uniqueness about him.
与えられた地位をなくせば、それこそ知性の一角と変わるんだろう。その程度なのだ。いや、そうでなくてはならない。殴れば倒れ、撃たれれば死ぬ。人はそうであるべきだ。死からは逃れられん。その時までただ生きて、ただ朽ち果てればいい。私はそれで結構だ。すべてのたれ死ぬ。ならば私も、かくのたれ死ねばいい。
ああ、いけませんな。あなたほどの人間がそのようなことを口にしては、己が見えていないとはこのことか。まず部屋に姿見を置くべきだろう。ご自愛していただきたい。このままではあまりにも部下の敬服に悪い。
不服そうだな、詐欺師。言ったではないか。K はよそに行くべきだ。
He knew not how to utter words of lament. He had no desire to humor the magician any further, and no longer tried to hide his contempt. His tone had grown coarse, his words losing their former eloquence.
今一度私の問いに答えてほしい。気づいてほしい。あなたは愛ているのだ。一度でも本気を出したことが終わりか？走るつもりで歩いてはいなかったか？
走っていようが歩いていようが何も変わらん。 いずれは止まる。やがては死ぬ。
He was moving forward in either case. Speed mattered little.
勘違いしている。あなたの上限はそこではない。遥か上空に存在する。だから難問に出会えない。全力を出せたことがない。心躍る敵手。超えるべき難問。それを凌駕した際に得られる達成感。本当に何一ついらないとでも？
言ったはずだ。くだらんとな。それが何だという。空いていればいい。飢えていればよかろう。生きる場所の何を飲み、何を食らおうと飢餓が言えぬのなら、その時点で自戒するしかない。そんな生物はな、生まれてきたことが過ちなのだ。
A beast would die the moment its hunger was satisfied, and this man was urging him to become something. The very notion felt ridiculous beyond description.
いずれ死ぬのだ。それで結構。わずか数十年程度のせい、満たされぬからなんだという。不平不満など、今の際につぶやくだけで十分すぎる。わざわざ迎えに行くなどと、愚虚以外の何者でもない。
If dying was the fate of all men, then all he could do was live an earnest life. Why would he wish to escape death if he never cared much about living?
なるほど。ならばあなたの座右の銘は？
そう。メメントモリだ。人はいつか死ぬ。死は重い。故に、それに対しては厳粛であるべきだ。
He would not try to fool himself into thinking there was equality in mankind. But in death alone, all had the right to line up with each other, all had to embrace it, no one was exempt. That grim final stop looked visible in the distance for all men to see. How could one even dare to reject it?
死ぬべき時に死ねぬものが残される。誰かが言っていた言葉だが、私はこの言葉に共感する。
Oh my god. The words of someone he couldn't quite remember. The vague memory of a man rigid as iron flashed into Reinhard's mind, yet both his name and appearance seemed to have eluded him. But he could remember his conviction, the vigor of his craving. And he had to agree, humans could exist without life, but what of those without death? Where would they find themselves?
訪れた死を受け入れられぬ時、その人間は死体のまま動く羽目になるだろう。怪物になってまで活動する理由もない。動く私は一度のせいで結構だ。K の古代妄想に生息する陳腐な魔獣などではない。いささかの興味も持ちよ。
And Henry would have turned into the monster from the magician's dreams, had he only overturned his logic. The aberration transcended his life self, the devil soaring beyond the precipice of the unknown. The very thought of it made him dizzy with repulsion.
なるほど。つまりあなたは人間のままでよろしいと。満たされぬまま老い、死の到来をただ受け入れると。
そうだ。
He could happily live and die as a man, as one soldier out of many who merely carried out his sworn duty.
それは本当に心の底からの願いですかな。虚飾虚構のすべてを剥ぎ取ったあなたにとっての本音だと。
くどいと言っている。
He rejected life an aberration, and why wouldn't he? His whole being recalled at the very notion of it.
これが私だ。それ以外にはなれない。首切り役人、ゲシュタポ長官。その言葉以外に自分を形容する言葉など不要である。あざ名が欲しいなら勝手に何とでも呼ぶがいい。ただし、押し付けがましく怪物の毛皮をよこされて、疑いなく被るほど奇特な神経はしていない。
The words of the sneering swindler were but drivel in his ears. He emitted no trace of the supernatural. The inexplicable discomfort that took hold of him merely got to his head. His philosophy of life and death would never change. Live and die. If one wanted to spend the time in fulfillment and worldly pleasures, they should have joined a hedonist sect.
では
In that moment, the silhouette of the jester contorted and creaked. His back swelled like a balloon. A change that should have been impossible for a child of man. The giant suddenly burst, almost like it had a flaming missile inside. His head had changed to Caduceus, the twin-headed serpent. An obsidian blade sprouted from him. What the hell? Almost like a child being born, it pierced through the air, advancing to Reinhard's chest and... A mortal blow as abrupt as it was unimaginable.
人間として死ね。
Whoa. His voice had changed together with the head. The sound of rending flesh, the pumping, the gushing of blood. He could feel the chill of steel pierce his heart. Someone he had been vaguely familiar with burst out from the shadow of the swindler, ripping his life.
バカな。
What had just occurred? His thoughts could not keep up. An anomaly that defied all common sense had skewered him like a piece of meat. For knowledge began seeping out in the crevices of his mind. Sometime, somewhere, an adversary he had once met wielded a guillotine sprouting from his arm. A blade now pierced his chest. He could feel blood filling his mouth, his very life pouring forth from his body. He could simply not comprehend this. What of the swindler? Who was this appearing in his place? Was that blade truly part of his body? There were limits to how unscrutable a phenomenon could be. Could the thing truly have been demon-born from the magician's delusions? Blood filled his trachea, preventing him from breathing. He could feel his consciousness growing dim. He had lost so much blood that he could no longer move his limbs. No, that was not it. Some form of invisible power held him completely immobile. He could hear the approaching footsteps of death.
そうだ。お前はここで死ぬべきだった。
The Grim Reaper made his declaration with sight in hand. He opened the whole Reinhard's existence with inexplicable anger and contempt, yet not without a hue of sadness to think his bearing.
正直俺は安心したよ。お前の口からあんな人間らしい言葉が吐かれるだなんて思ってもいなかった。そこに疑問を感じていないことがだ。
Nigh palpable relief. Yelpful sorrow in response to the theory of life Reinhard had uttered. He could not understand why was he so moved by his simple words. He merely told the magician that those born as men should also die as such. It was but common sense.
そこに疑問を感じていないことがだ。
Reinhard had no idea what was so significant about that. But he could no longer voice his questions in his numb throat. His ability to form thoughts had been deteriorating by the second. The blood gushed forth from his chest like a torrent turned to a mere trickle.
その考えは正しいさ。認めてやる。お前に何か吹き込んだ奴の方が最初からどうかしてたんだ。ああ、その通りだよ。死は重い。だからこそ。
あなたはただの詐欺師になんて会うべきじゃなかった。
A voice of a girl reverberated in his head. He could not see her. It was most definitely not the young man before him, but he could not think of the words as a mere illusion. After all,
持ち得た権力を使って他の誰かに任せればよかった。妄言のささやきになんて耳を貸すべきじゃなかった。
喜べよ。感謝しろ。お前は今、人間として死ねるんだ。ラインハルト。
he could hear a voice urging him to turn to living as a drifting flicker of light.
黄金の獣になんてなるべきじゃなかった。
The beast. What was this girl of an apparition talking about? Was she too implying that he was some sort of monster from the pages of a fairy tale?
あなただけじゃない。あなたに関わった人たちまで死ねなくなる。死体になっても崩れなくて、歩き続けることになるから。
He and those that follow him would turn into monsters, insatiable demons to wage war for an eternity. That almost sounded like an awfully convoluted metaphor for cancer. His breathing stopped, the blade scraping at his spinal cord chafed flesh from his bone like a rasp. Death was near. Indeed, he had it right earlier. We would fall when struck, and die when shot. A stab wound like this was no different in that regard. Having been born as a man, he would die as one. There was something more to it than that, a simple anticlimax of a final. Underwhelming abrupt, had he possessed the strength, he would have lightly burst out laughing. He would die from the mere prick of a needle without even knowing the reason for his demise. He was but one of the hapless many. He possessed no.
果たして本当にそうお思いか?
Another voice came from the nothingness. The shade-like man re-emerged within his mind. God damn it.
獣の姿が本性でも、それに逆らい生きてきた。子供のように足りないからと無差別に求めたりしない。あなたは誰より自制に長けた人だったのに、ハイドリヒ教。
Self-restraint. He was confident in that one skill, at least. As no emotions ever plugged his heart, he ended up more patient than his peers.
あなたの全力についていける人なんて、それこそ一人だけだった。その手を取るのではなく、心を動かすことがあるのなら、それを与えた相手にこそぶつけるべきだったから。
だからここで己の矜持に殉死しろ。このまま人として死んでいけ。
The demon twisted his blade in Reinhard's chest. Unbroken pain assaulted him, followed by the remainder of his blood gushing forth from his mouth. The side of the Green Reaper gave off a nice gleam, as if portending death.
目を開け。そしてよく見ろ。刻みつけるんだ。平等を与えてやる。お前が語った言葉を今からこの手で証明してやる。
The demon urged him to burn the scene to his memory.
俺がお前の死だ。
And with that, the blade of the Guillotine separated Reinhard's torso from his lower body. First blood rained down upon the room. The end came suddenly and without warning. Yielding to the force of gravity, the separated halves of his body fell towards the ground. Was this truly the end? How utterly plain. The first thought crossed Reinhard's mind was the reaffirmation of himself as a boring, insignificant man. He observed even his own death with calm indifference. So much for magicians. This was the true face of Reinhard Heydrich. Just another corpse in the gutter. He could not imagine a more fitting end. But in that moment...
おやおや、これは異なことをおっしゃる、獣殿。
Fuck. Dude. Listen, Mercurius. Some people want to actually go to sleep. So if you could stop appearing, that would be great. His heart altered life, his consciousness returning before it could plunge into the depths of the abyss.
針のごとき人差しであなたが死ぬことなどありますまい。
And in mocking remark, a moment of uncertainty had saved his life. Time had stopped, literally. His body remained suspended midair. He could even make out the droplets of blood frozen in the air. Only his consciousness seemed to have remained active, experiencing a surge of astonishment at this inconceivable sight. The whole world, save for his own mind, had come to a complete halt. Are you kidding me? Only the words of the shadow tickled his ears from within.
針だと。
そう、あなたにとっては針の人差し。私の目はごまかせない。思ったはずではないですか。こんなもので死ぬのかと。
beat for a brief heartbeat. His consciousness had certainly formed such a thought. A blade pierced his chest, scouring his heart, a wound that should have been lethal to any man. Yet for a moment he felt it utterly trivial. The impression that criteria did not belong to a common man.
バカな。では私は。
刺されても死なぬ生き物なのでしょう。私の目にはあなたは一度も二足の姿に映っていない。
The shadowy silhouette reappeared in his vision again. The magician gave him a friendly smile. Reinhard felt it unpleasant, yet oddly familiar at the same time.
重ねて言いましょう。あなたは人の条理に収まれない。人の作った策に従うなど愚の骨頂。むしろそれを作る側なのだ。死はそこだ。墜落は刹那。これが歌方の原始ならば、言い募る時間はなきに等しい。ならばこそ、現状を鑑みた上で、再度自己を鑑識してみてはいかがか。あなたの望みは、胸に迫る渇望は、何に変えても得難い瞬間は終わりか。そこにたどり着くにはどうするべきか。知っているはずだ。さあ、思い出しましょう。
For knowledge assailed Reinhard's consciousness like a storm.
私は。
Remember, time spent as something other than man. The brain you have now is far too unfit for a piece of fantasy. You must establish connection with the outside. Do not merely recall experiences, remember the land you wrote off, you claim with your legion, and project it upon the world. The Longinus Risen, or then the Obstinate Round Table, the Behealing Light, Absolute, Epic Guide, Longinus, award for him dwelling the ardor of destruction, the baleful gold, the day of wrath he sought with all his being, the irae. He did not know this, he could not know this, yet he remembered. This scenery had to traverse, all he had to claim, all he had to bestow, the covenant of his new being. What cravings scorched his heart when he transcended time?
終わりだ、ラインハルト。
The young man condemned him to death, as if repulsed by his very existence. They were born in different worlds, and as such they offered him to embrace death while he still drew breath as a mortal man.
さようなら、ハイドリヒ卿。
The girl suddenly lamented his mistake. She too wished for him to remain a man, yet rather than death, she would have wanted him to walk a different path and seek those that could have brought happiness to his life.
さあ、まぶたを開こう、破壊の君よ。
Meanwhile, the magician sunk each word. Remember and destroy the young impostor. Let us all do it all again. The shadow stared Reinhard's confused memories with utmost intensity, burning away all traces of hesitation in him.
私は。
The words, questions, and desires of the three converged in a whirlpool of courses, on the verge of erupting within Reinhard. What did he once believe in and wish for? What craving burned his chest, and where did it lead him?
そうだ。私は。
Did he wish to die as a man? No, that was merely a natural outcome he had once accepted. He never wished for his own demise. Did he command a legion of demons for a wish of that caliber?
いいな。
A clear and robust voice boomed across Cumulus, the frozen dreamscape about to wake the longer dreamer. Its fair echo above shaking the world to its foundations. A fissure opened in the sky. The pain faded like a receding wave.
いいな。断じていいなだ。死を座して待つのではない。それでは生きながらの死者だ。処刑台に登る囚人と何が違う。
He gazed down upon his wound. It was hardly worthy of note. A mere prick from a needle. His scared heart regained its prior vigor and began to beat once more.
私はまだ何もしていない。ならばそりゃこそ、己が教師に反するではないか。
His heart raged. The golden beast slowly rose from slumber.
無いだと遠ざけた。チリアクタだと烙印を押して通り過ぎた。本当は全てを愛してやりたかったのに。 愛するには万物すべて脆すぎたから。ああ、なぜだ。なぜ耐えられぬ。抱擁どころか、矢は肌を撫でただけでなぜ砕ける。なんたる無情だ。神羅万象、この世は総じて繊細に過ぎる。ならば我が愛は破壊の棒状。めでるためにまずは壊そう。神戸を垂れる弱者も、かしづいてひざまずく敗者も、反逆を目論む不忠も、すべてが愛しい。故に壊す。それこそが唯一の道理。私は死を眺め感じながら生きている。だがそれは死をこまねくことではなかった。めでるべきものをめでず、いたわりすぎて放置するなど無粋の極み。だからこそのメメントモリだ。
Those his love extended to, as well as he himself. Nothing could mar the significance of death, and so he wished all to welcome his love with equal solemnity. The boundless void in his heart, the soul of its listlessness, he embarked upon a quest to devour the world, hoping to chance upon that which he had yet to ravage. But it still proved insufficient in satiating his beastly hunger. An adversary that would make his heart dance, a challenge that required the whole of his strength to be overcome, one that he would keep devouring for, one that would make him prove his own existence and beyond.
すべてを愛そう。例外はない。その平等を与えぬことこそ、ないがしろにしている証明そのものではないか。
The one he had yet to annihilate, he who had been the most worthy of his love, to separate him by a wall of friendship was an insult to his credence.
そうだ、私は。
His hair grew in length, his clothes changed, he could feel the holy lance his hands as well touched would ruin his heart like a whirlpool. Love that filled his entire being. His open eyes sparkled in acute golden luster.
私はすべてを愛している。
And the power he unleashed in that moment took the form of a comet, vaporizing the Darsal in an instant. The scenery of the past shattered into thousands of pieces. The mighty explosion swept the whole world, and the alien bodies it contained aside like puny leaves in a storm. Zarathustra and Zonkin vanished into the recesses of the cosmos. Yet he had nothing but gratitude for them in his heart. This would not have been possible without them. Phantasm, Flitter's flight, the meaning of his very existence. They presented him with it all. They had his deepest gratitude. Behold, dear spectators, the last and final dies irae. The ultimate struggle between destruction and transcendence. This is what the two have been aiming for from the start, but Reinhard would not admit to being hurt.
さあ、
For he wished for this moment more than anyone.
始めようか。カール。
He faced the sole exception to the rule, and his holy lance, shimmering elation, launched a blinding thrust. The golden light of destruction ravaged the cosmos, turning all matter to ash in its path. But it aimed at but one.
ああ、ついに私のアポトーシスが発現したか。
With an expression that seemed like a tearful smile. Should I click or not? I clicked and nothing happened. Oh. Whoa, what's going? Why do you see everything from this CG gallery? I think everything.